you saying?
That nigga Gucci3rd Leg burnt the whole industry. Well, not burnt. He gave him
Herpes.
Yeah, pretty much.
They said that he got tested positive for HSV1. I don't know. I saw HSV1 and HSV2.
Yeah.
Either way, that nigga got herpes.
Yeah, it's yeah.
Yeah, I saw this girl, Danae Davis. She was talking about it.
And the way that she was like the first one to.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, they should have known because he did like a Pop the Balloon episode or something. Not that. I mean, I think he did, but it was like one of the hood ones.
Bro, they said, well, like, got 3,000 bodies or something.
Yeah, 3,000 bodies, bro. Like, you gotta kind of know. I mean, like, he's a porn star, but I don't know. I've heard a lot of porn star interviews. They don't really say 3,000. Like, it'd be a couple thousand, and then if they're the ones that be, like, with the basketball teams and shit, like, it'll be, like, 2,000. But 3,000 is crazy. So, you gotta have something.
Man, that is unprotected. Like, that shit
That's the thing. They said you could see the moment where she got infected with herpes on camera. Because I couldn't find the video. I was looking for the video. Yeah, they said that she was, like, giving him head. In the video, you could see that he had an open sore during, like, the scene. And she said, like, we was going back and forth. Like, I think they was putting videos on each other's, like, OnlyFans with her. She's like, we was going back and forth burning each other. I'm like, yo, that's crazy.
Burning each other's like.
When she told him the story, she got, like, it looked like herpes on her hair and right here.
So niggas just didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Cause I seen the part where she had said, cause I seen it on Twitter. She was talking about it. She had said, he had said it was just like a razor bump or some wild shit on this shit, or like it was just like he had cut his shit and something like that from like shaving. I'm like,
nah. Look, the general rule is like, if you got an open cut, you just shouldn't fuck.
Oh yeah, my soul. No,
because even if you don't got something, they could have something, and it's like that makes it that much easier. Because it's like you could have sex without getting a lot of diseases, but whenever you have an open cut like that,
it's lots of worse.
You're probably gonna get it.
Yeah, like no. Yo, what's up? It's Scuba Steve. You're now in tune to the Look It Up podcast. It's my man's right here.
Diggity.
And we're going to get into it today. We got a few topics that we're going to discuss. If y'all have anything y'all want to hear us talk about or anything that y'all have on y'all minds, please let us know in the comments, like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying?
Hit the notification bell.
Fuck with us, you losers. But, no, so Gucci3rd Leg, yeah, insanity. That nigga is a Batman villain for real.
And the fact is, like, allegedly, I feel like he knew before he did all these scenes.
Oh,
like,
he knew.
He just knew. He didn't give a fuck.
Bro, you know who Aiden Ross is.
Yeah.
If y'all don't know, Aiden Ross is he's a streamer technically. He's not like a podcaster.
He's a Twitch streamer.
Yeah, just Twitch streamer.
A real IRL streamer is what they call it.
Yeah. So he was on the podcast, or he was actually watching his video of Aiden Ross was watching Gucci3rd Leg video of him explaining like the test results and all that. And he actually ended up calling a girl that he had sex with that Gucci3rd Leg had sex with too. And it was around the same time that...
Wait, they both had sex with the same girl?
Yeah.
Damn.
So it was around the same time that he was saying, like, the test results was in and everything, he had it. So, like, there was parts where he said he didn't have it or it wasn't, spreadable and all that. Or, I forget the technical term where it's not, like... Untrans... Something, I don't know.
Something like that.
But... then it had it to where it wasn't, but at the time, I guess, he was fucking with her. Aiden Ross was fucking with her too.
That's the thing, because it's like, you figure he got 3,000 bodies. Like, how many bodies does she have? Like, because I don't really know her, but I did, like, quick searches on her, and, like, she be around. And, like, she be in a lot of people's videos, and it's like, it's like when people have, like, Tiana Trump on their, like, podcast. Like, you think they're not fucking?
She was on that list too, which is crazy.
For real?
I think so, yeah. Tiana, no disrespect if you weren't on that list, but I think if you was on that list, damn, that's tough.
It said Sexy Red was on the list, allegedly. But it says Sexy Red like underscore 456 or some shit like that. So I don't know if it's actually Sexy Red or if it's like someone who goes under that same name.
No, you gotta look it up.
Yeah, definitely look it up and leave it in the comments.
But that's like I said, bro's a Batman villain because there's no way you just. And it's crazy because how you had showed me that video actually, it just goes like that for real. But I don't know because like how you said, there's interviews where people talk about like their experiences and all that shit, and there are those sex workers and porn stars that actually do have test results and they make sure they stay up on that shit for real.
But that's the thing though. They said that it's not required for them to test for herpes. And like if you go to the doctor's office and ask them for like a full panel like test or whatever, they probably won't test for herpes or a couple other things.
Yeah. And that's what? That should be malpractice or illegal practices.
I mean, but like that's the standard for the whole industry, and I don't know the reason why it's like that, but I know that it's like that. It's kind of like when you go to a job and then they test you for like meth, coke, Molly.
But not weed sometimes.
Yeah, but not weed.
Yeah. Or it might be on some shit because, well, I think wouldn't it be out of all of them? I mean, herpes is more containable than anything.
Containable?
I mean, like
manageable?
Yeah, in a sense, I figure.
I mean, it is.
I mean, if you think about all the wild ass diseases that are out there or STDs,
herpes is kind of top of the list.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't care what it is. Like, I think I might rather have AIDS than herpes. Cause like AIDS, like they got the pills and stuff that you can take now. Like you can manage it. It's not gonna cure it, but you can manage it. Herpes, you could kind of do the same thing, but like you got bumps on you. I don't want bumps on my.
Hey, no, like I feel it though, but it's just like, nigga, AIDS, bro. The only nigga I know, I'm sorry, the only person I know who survived AIDS is Magic Johnson, and bro, that nigga is rich.
I mean, he's the only person that got cured from AIDS,
bro.
But there's pills now.
How do you get cured of AIDS? Then did he really come out and say that he got cured of AIDS? Because I don't think I never heard him say that he got cured of AIDS. Because I swear he still has AIDS. There's no way you get cured of AIDS.
Bro, he's rich.
But that don't mean you get cured of AIDS, bro. And just you're going to say, I mean, yeah, but that don't mean you're going to come out and publicly say it. Because if he came out publicly and said it, what? Magic Johnson has active AIDS right now. He just doesn't have it to where it's like thing all the time. I feel like I swear he has AIDS. Since the 80s or so.
I'm seeing something that says Magic Johnson has not been cured of HIV or AIDS. Exactly. I don't know what it is. Whatever that little genre of unfortunate events. Okay, well, I guess it's more believable then. But even still, like he's still living, right? You could still live with herpes, but at the same time, it's just bumps on your dick, or you just want to be like sick. You're gonna be sick either way.
Yeah, but would you opposed to bumps or being actually sick where you need chemo? I don't know.
You don't need chemo.
You don't need chemo for AIDS?
I don't think so. I'm not even gonna search it up. I don't think so.
I'm not even gonna search that one. It's getting a little too wild in details now. Because now, if you're a doctor, if any doctors are watching, please comment on the video and just look it up for us. Cause
tell them it doesn't need chemo.
Look it up for us. That's like what, blue waffle and shit.
Yeah, blue waffle. I haven't heard that in years.
But blue waffle was fake, but that shit was crazy when it first came out.
Yeah, I remember. I think I got traumatized from it. And if you don't know what blue waffle is, I'm not gonna describe it because YouTube probably wouldn't like it. But I would say search it up, but you probably shouldn't. But if you wanted to, I know you're going to.
Definitely don't look.
Leave your reaction in the comments.
So leave the reaction in the comment, but don't look it up. Don't, or at least don't say we told you to look it up. I did not tell you to look it up.
Yeah, delete your search history after. Actually, it's not even that serious. There's so much other worse stuff now you can search up. Like back in the day, you used to like have to clear all your stuff. That's like 2 girls, 1 cup, man. Yo, someone traumatized me with that video, and like I woke up for like a year after that, and I just sent it to random people in the morning just to ruin their day. It was back when we had the flip phones. It wasn't even no touchscreens.
Oh, the worst was the man in the jar shit.
Man in the jar.
Oh, you don't even know, cause it was the man in the jar. Or I don't know if that was the correct naming of it, but if y'all know, cause there was more than just 2 girls in the cup.
Yeah.
It was a lot more than 2 girls in the cup. It was like I said, cuz with a jar and.
Did he also have a light bulb?
Yeah.
I think I saw it.
Yeah. Said it was a lot worse. Believe it. I heard about
it.
I seen it, but this was years ago. Like this. Don't look this up at all. Cause Jesus.
Did you see the newer one where like?
I don't even see it anymore.
They was doing stuff, right? I'm trying to be like less descriptive, right? They was doing stuff, and like how dogs do it. And the girl went number 2, and then like she still like gave him head after. It was nasty. It was like
that's
this
like,
new age 2 girls, 1 cup. You've probably seen it.
That's Scott play.
That's disgusting.
Or shot play or something like that, bro. No, that's, bro. I done heard about it, cause that's that weird part of Twitter. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, that's like them Instagram models. Like they call themselves porta potties, and they go to Dubai. I don't know if they go to anywhere else. I bet they do, but
mainly Dubai.
Yeah, and like they get scat on for like they say it's 40,000, and I think it's 40,000 a night. I'm unclear on what it is. Some people think it's like 40,000 per one. I think it's 40,000 per night. They fund these like super luxurious houses because like you figure like even if you do it once every like 3 months, that's like I don't know, it's not enough. I guess you gotta do it more than that, but
I mean,
you don't gotta do it too much.
If you're willing to go for like with 40 a night, if you're willing to at least do it, you gotta at least do it three nights. You're willing to get shit on for 3 nights. You're set for at least a nice couple of months. You're at least set for at least maybe 4 months at the most, maybe, until you gotta go and say, you know what, I gotta post an ad in Dubai saying I'm a porta potty or something. You know what I'm saying?
You can't tell anybody that's what you do. You're never gonna get married. Like I'm sure you probably could get married because there's weirdos out there, but like. You just can't tell people that's what you do. I mean, but they're posting about it.
But there's porn stars that are married, and there's still active porn stars in the industry. And their husband is not a porn star. Like
those don't last for very long, though.
You'd be surprised. There's a lot that lasts for a couple of years. Like there's
a couple of years, but like, do they like? Are they still together?
Yeah, there's a couple like that. I ain't gonna hold you.
For real?
I promise you. There's a couple that have been like they got married in 2008. And they're still married to this day.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's people like that. I just be thinking about like Lana Rose, like she got married. I don't know if she's still married. I think she's not, cause like I think allegedly I heard that they was sending videos of her getting like gang banged and shit to her fiance's phone, and like he eventually just couldn't take it.
It's already, but you already knew who she was before, though, bro. Like you probably watched her video before.
But it's like it's hearing about it and then it's like watching it. I wouldn't date a porn star, but I don't know,
bro. As soon as you go on the internet, the first thing you gonna pop up is your wife getting cracked, and now you just can't take it. What if you? So
I don't know.
All right, so
I wouldn't like it.
So you go to have some fun. You go to Pornhub.
Mm-hmm.
The first video you seen is a video of her getting the wildest scene. What you mean you couldn't take it then, but you could, like, it just got built up? Like, that don't make sense. You already knew she was doing porn. She probably told you the wildest scene, and you was just, okay, that's your job, babe. Da 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 da. Nigga,
hey,
you're
me.
kissing her after scenes, and now you're what? Come on, that's like Adam 22.
I guess they are doing it, but I don't really think they're married for love. I think they're both like, I don't think they feel anything, bro. Because, like, people used to say that they think he's, like, a psychopath, narcissist. He's probably definitely a narcissist. Because, like, the way he handled the whole Jumpers cast and everything, and the whole thing.
He ain't defend them at all, actually. Or I think he did one person.
He tries to act like he cares, but he's gonna do it. He's gonna do it anyway. Because a lot of things that they argue about is, like, you didn't give me a heads up before you told me about this. Like, one dude was messing with a trans, and he didn't give him a heads up before he confronted him about it on the podcast. And, like, it's like, okay, you're a podcast person, but that's also your friend. That's kind of messed up. I'd let someone else do it. I would give him a heads up about it, but I wouldn't, like, invite my friend on there. Yeah, and then they're confronting him about it. He's like, I'm sorry, you felt that way. Like, he doesn't really care. Like, he wants you to feel like he cares. And he'll still be there, but at the same time, if you tell him something, he'll still bring it to the podcast.
Yeah, no facts.
Yeah.
Because they just kind of not fucking with him. Like, this was a couple months ago, but this was, you remember Crip Mac?
Yeah.
He, because he's back in jail.
For real?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
But, Adam was supposed to go to his trial, but he was on the podcast. Like, someone called him. He was, I think it was your friend of both of them. Like, I think a mutual friend, he called him on the podcast. He was like, bro, like, why didn't you show up to da-da-da's, like, hearing? And he needed him to show up just so he didn't go to jail.
What, Adam?
Yeah. Like, this was a major thing. Like,
he didn't show up for a Crip Mac shit?
Yeah,
that's fucked up.
And the thing, and how he was always in his videos. He was always fucking around with him. But
he used them, bro.
Swear to God.
That's what I'm saying. People say he's like a psychopath. Like, I kind of feel it. I don't want to put that on him, but the way he's moving, that's what it gives.
No, yeah, like, he's definitely a person who doesn't give a fuck, dude, for real.
Yeah.
Because he's definitely using people just to get his shit, like, a lot more popping.
He's using his wife.
I mean, but the sad reality is it works.
I mean, yeah, like that, but that's not a secret though. Like, if you're willing to go that far, you are gonna be famous because people are gonna talk about you. Like, if you're just willing to do the most, like, degenerate shit and then film it and then show everybody, like, you're gonna be famous.
Got some opening on doors and pathways.
Yeah.
I don't want to do nothing like that. Don't bring it over here. But,
yeah, that's like, I couldn't do porn star. Because I could mess with, like, a girl who's, like a whore, right? But I don't want to hear about all the shit that you did. Like, I could understand that you're that, but, like, I don't, like, if you're a girl who, like, my friends have showed me that they've, like, had multiplayer games with.
No, he said.
There's no way that I could, like, take you seriously.
There's been them heads, like, and the craziest thing, it's wild, because there's posts like this on, I forget which platform it was. But I seen posts where his was like, yeah, like, bro fell in love with the joint we had a multi-player game with, and they got married and shit. And I'm just like, sheesh. I don't know about that, brother, but I like, shit, I couldn't even imagine.
Yeah, there's a couple of people I know like that. Like, they used to get it in, like, multiplayer games, like, multiple times, and now they're married. I wouldn't say anything, but I feel like they're eventually gonna find out if they don't already know. Like, it's some people that know. Like, there's someone.
You gonna talk about it with your partner? Like, how many bodies you think you got?
But the question is, will they be honest with you?
But and then at that point, what's the limit for too crazy? Because I mean, you gotta think. At least we're grown. We don't know, you know what I'm saying, about other people in that situation, but we're grown.
Yeah.
I feel like you say 50, that's definitely kind of crazy because it's still up there like 50
bodies.
Yeah.
I don't know. I stopped asking the number after a certain age. Like, I'll just ask them specifically. Yeah, I ask them specifically what they did. So it's like, if you did multiplayer games and it's like only dudes playing it, it's instant disqualification. So it don't matter how many. But then at the same time, like, you know, maybe you're trying to find love. You're trying to find love like 75 times.
So what if she said alright, then yeah. She knows she only caught a few wins in her multiplayer game, but she had one multiplayer match where it was like a host of 10 people.
You said what if?
Yeah.
Instant disqualification.
Yeah, out of here.
Yeah, like not even a thought about it. Like already, if we're talking like 2 guys, it's already too much. If we're talking about anything more than that, it's way too much.
Hey, no, I ain't gonna, hey. You ain't hearing nothing from me over here. I'm agreeing. But to each their own though. Like there's people out there who might not give a fuck.
I mean, look, if it was like 2 dudes a couple of times, I would still mess with you. But it's like I would never like mess with you in any way, shape, or form if it was like 10 people at one time. Because I feel like I'm gonna catch something. And even still, you got spiritual disease probably.
That's true. Those spiritual demons and shit. Definitely, yeah, latch on from that.
Yeah.
But there's a community. Alright, so look, there's a community of people.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, got swingers and shit.
Yeah. But
it's like, you know, they're having the threesomes. Like they're my homie's trying to like really have sex with, and this is his wife. Like you know what I'm saying? People are comfortable with that. I think that's kind of crazy in itself because that level. I ain't gonna say if y'all married, that level of intimacy, like y'all have a threesome, y'all choose to have that, yeah. Mm-hmm. But I'm not choosing like my actual person I consider my friend or anything in that situation. I feel like that's kind of breaking a lot of boundaries for it.
Like you're basically saying, if you actually love your wife.
Yeah, if I love my wife, and I just say, oh, I'm not doing it, or like if she said, we can call up my sister, or not, that'd be crazy, or you know her friend's sister, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Best friend, her bitch, for real, like. Yeah. No offense, but you know what I'm saying? Something like that. That's crazy. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't. I'm a male. I'm not gonna be opposed to that. No. But I feel like that's kind of crazy for you. It just be that close. I feel like it should be a random person.
I disagree. I like it whenever like my girlfriends, like if we could pick up another girl every once in a while. It just can't be another dude. You know?
Yeah. So it gotta be someone random. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you're saying like the person should be random.
Yeah. I'm not saying like. That's what, yeah. So I'm not trying to say like it'd be her best friend or some wild shit. Which I'm not. Look, I'm not gonna be opposed, but but I'm not like. I feel like that's just a level of boundaries because now like, what if he would have been like? What if next thing you know, they're already close as hell. Like they already been around from that, and now they're start coming around more. Now they're more cool, and you're starting to see. There's a little, you know what I'm saying? Like
as long as she like me too, I'm cool with it. Like as long as I'm not left out, I'm cool with it. If I'm left out, that's an issue. But yeah, I'm cool with it.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of females who like that two male shit too. I ain't gonna lie, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that's to each his own.
That's a wild multiplayer match, but.
Yeah, that's crazy whenever it's like a woman married to 2 men. Because it's like, it's either like some super competitive shit where it's like she'll go over to him, then she'll go over him, or they're multiplayer gaming all the time. Which, I mean, I feel like.
Yeah, that's your cup of tea.
Man. Yeah, I feel like it's satisfactory because most girls say that guys can't like satisfy them. So, for those girls, maybe it makes more sense.
It's a level of just being submissive for real.
What do you mean?
like, just on a man's standpoint, like, well, not in a man's standpoint, but like on both counterpoints, like, there's a level of submissivity you gotta have to be more comfortable with that too, cause in a there be the the marriages where it's just one man and he has 8 wives.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta take the submissivity and being like, all right, I gotta be around 7 other people, not occasionally having to get their attention. Like, they're supposed to be a village. That's the whole point of it. It's supposed to be a village raising the tribe raising the village, whatever the bullshit saying is.
Mm-hmm.
But it's supposed to be y'all all helping each other to get up. And a lot of people don't realize they were take advantage of that part that is really supposed to be. And they're just like, oh, it's just sex.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely agree with that because it's like that's the reason why I always wanted 2 wives, but like not just because the sex thing, although like it's probably great. You ever feel like you like 2 different types of girls?
Yeah.
And, like both of them could be cool with each other, but like maybe one doesn't want to do things that the other one, you know what I mean? It could just like work to like everyone's advantage, even to the point where I'm tired, like you still want to go do something, like you guys could go together.
Yeah, and that's where like it becomes that village part, because now it's just like, all right, we're not just gonna be fucking. Let's actually help each other build in that sense too. So like, you gotta be in the play. Like I said, in a part, you have to be submissive. You have to be willing to be like, all right, this is your husband, this is your wife, or however it be. But there's still another person I have to be cool with. If she doesn't or he doesn't want to spend time with me, I have to be cool with the fact that he's spending time with somebody else. So you have to be not, and it don't gotta be.
You saying let them have someone?
Yeah.
Nah, because we have each other.
But then you gotta be submissive in a part. So like you're seeing, like, I don't know, she's watching a movie with her husband. The next wife just comes in and she got on lingerie. She takes him upstairs. Mm-hmm. Now you're sitting there sad as fuck face. Cause what if he's like, no, I just want to have sex with her today.
I mean, I feel like that's kind of disrespectful. Like,
but that's what you gotta face it as a man too in that point. So she got 2 husbands. Mm-hmm. Oh, I want to just have sex with him today. I don't want to have sex with you today.
Where did the 2 husbands come into it?
I don't fucking know, but that's where it be going. Like, there's niggas. I mean, there's relationships like that, but I'm just saying, like, in both parties, you have to be some type of submissive just for it to be okay.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel like the way that it would work, like, ideally, is that you and your, like, girl, maybe, like, the first girl you were with, like, you guys appreciate each other as much as, like, she appreciates the other girl and you appreciate the other girl. Like, you know what I mean? It's, like, all mutual and shit. And it's, like, respectful. So you wouldn't go on a date night and, like, pull them to the side. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you would just talk about how that would work and who's comfortable with what. You know what I mean? Like, you would eventually figure out how it would work.
And there can't be too many dominant heads in that, because then there's going to be too many arguments.
I feel like it takes a certain type of person to be in it. Like, because it's like, it's either you're in it for sex or you're in it to actually make it work. And if you're in it to actually make it work, you're probably like, there's a lot of different people, but you probably are more level-headed than other people.
Yeah.
Like, comparatively.
I just feel like you gotta at least be submissive. Or realistically, you gotta be submissive or just passive. For just have a more passive mindset. Like, I'm not gonna let it bother me. I know X, Y, and Z.
Baby.
So it's not my lifestyle, but if you fuck with it, or if you know more about it, leave it in the comments. Because we might be ignorant right now, don't know. So please explain. I don't want to explore nothing, but if y'all ever need a third, say no.
There's a group on Facebook I found. It was like unicorns. But like what it is supposed to be for is like a single, like usually girl looking for like a couple. Mm-hmm. But it's usually just a whole bunch of ugly ass couples posting. Like, does anybody want to meet us in Texas? Someone want to meet me in Mississippi?
And no, wildly enough, it's always the ugly people that be saying they be having like threesomes and shit. Though, if you really look at it,
I believe it, cause like, yeah, I believe it.
Like no, like you really look at it. There's a lot of ugly ass people that say they had threesomes. There's occasionally, some good ass looking people that say they had shit that happened like that.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ugly ass motherfuckers that will say they had that experience.
Cause you gotta figure, right? A lot of people want threesomes, but like a lot of people can't like just have threesomes. But like sometimes someone's like less attractive. Sometimes they're more like likely to agree with stuff. So I feel like that's what it is.
Just to be a part of it.
It's like that's why it happens, because it's like an easier way to make it happen a lot of the time.
Which is crazy because there's a lot of females, or there's a lot of women I see they'll say, to get a lot of some wild shit, and they'll be like, "Hey, who's trying to bump coochies?" And I done none. There's a fact that joint smells like fish fillet. It smells like a good McDonald's fish fillet. Like, so you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's crazy. I be thinking like, damn, y'all are really just like rubbing negative pH balances together, trying to make a positive.
Cause you gotta remember, like, sex addiction is a thing.
If you get spiritual about it, it's a demon.
Yeah. Either way, it's some people that just like, if they can't do it today with the people that they want to, just go to someone down the street. It don't matter if it's a 7-year-old crackhead. They gonna have sex today.
7-year-old crackheads, wow.
Hey.
They said
A lot of people say you ain't from the streets unless you had sex with a crackhead.
Oh. Far from there. That crackhead like crazy. They say you ain't spent your 40 on the crackhead before. No, nigga, fuck is you talking about? Like, I seen it on one of the platforms and shit. Someone was talking about they was mad because someone was charging like, I don't know if you know the terms, but like they was joking. They was like the 60 for a QV. It's like a kid. I think it was like a quick visit or some shit like that. So it's like a quick visit, like 30-minute type thing. This is like all like, I guess, sex worker talk. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
But it's like, and someone was mad though, because they're like 60. That's you're not getting enough money off of. I'm like, hold up. What part of where did I stumble into? Because where did this just become a regular conversation? Like people was actually commenting saying the same shit. I'm like, oh.
Nah, there's a lot of sex workers out here. Man, when I was dating, I swear it's like hard to find a girl that's not a sex worker. To be honest with you, like most girls who I talked to was a prostitute, and like I don't know, maybe it's just like my like pickers off or whatever. I don't know. It was like I had to go through like at least 4 girls who were sex workers just to get the one girl who wasn't. But she might be on IG or might do OnlyFans. Or she just might have had a crazy experience with like 10-player and multiplayer.
At least for like, we can do the OnlyFans content together. I'll be more high. She was like, all right, we start dating. And she's like, nah, I'm only doing solos content. Meanwhile, she done did a collab with somebody.
Yeah.
Crash out of the year. That's me. So I'm going to jail. Man, I'm toxic, and I'll keep it a being with y'all. If I ever go to jail because someone cheated on me, I promise you that. That's the only reason why Scuba Steve going to jail, because I got cheated on.
Man, I be looking at these cheaters videos, like they be setting people up. You be seeing them?
Mm-hmm.
Man,
I just seen one recently, actually. No, go ahead, though, because yours might be wilder than mine.
Nah, it just be like crazy that people, like, they say that a lot of times people pass, people don't want to post it. Mm-hmm. But I feel like people fail pretty often. Because it's like, I feel like sometimes the situation they be setting up be unfair. It's like you're in like this big ass mansion. This is chick that you only see on Instagram. And she's like trying to like fuck, like, yeah, I'm not saying every person would, but it's just like, it's very hard to say no. Like, it's easy to say no if you're like, on the, you know, down south side or whatever, and it's like some chick, and like you've seen like the type of chick before, but like, nah, it's like Halle Berry walking up to you like, oh yeah, what's up?
No, that reminds me of how it used to be on what like the Maury and shit. How his would be like trying to expose their boyfriend or girlfriend for cheating. They had the decoys in the room.
Maury?
Yeah, you never watch? Nah, his
I
never.
watched Maury, but like, I'm always thinking about like You Are the Father You Are, and they had like some drama.
They used to do the shits where they had like a decoy in their room for like to see if their boyfriend or girlfriend was going to cheat.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, they would fold like lawn chairs, dog. I ain't gonna lie, and it's crazy because it would like you're know you're going on more. That's where more like when I got older, I started realizing more is fake as hell for a lot of certain things. Like they, you know, play out the story, but
I knew someone that went on Maury.
you get paid.
Yeah,
No,
they be faking shit.
Yeah, shit. I knew someone who did. I forget which court show it was. I think it was Judge Brown or one of them. But he was on court because they were trying to say like he was cheating and getting a divorce and all that shit. Meanwhile, this nigga is not married. He was never married. But he made a quick $1,500 because they fly you out, pay for all your shit.
So, babe, man, I wish I would have known that they pay you to like lie, because I'll just grab like one of my friends and be like, alright, we're gonna make some shit up.
Hey, look, courtroom shows. If y'all ever need any extras, I'm your boy, man, Diggity.
Yeah,
but
I could make anything believable.
Look, I don't have this ski mask on for nothing. But no, like that shit, you can definitely get paid. They pay you nice, cause more you know.
Nice, like even $1,500. That's not.
But you gotta think they're still paying for like your trip and your expenses and all that, your hotel.
Are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think most of them do. Don't get me wrong. I don't think all of them do. But I think most of them pay for like your flight and hotel. Yeah. You probably got to pay for your food, but they're paying for your hotel and shit.
That's like Tasha K. You ever heard of Tasha K?
Mm.
You said no?
Yeah, I heard of her.
Apparently, she don't pay nobody. Like, she just paid for your flight. She paid for your hotel, and you're flying Spirit, and you're staying in like Red Roof or something. And that's all she do. It's like you could come tell me all your stuff that ABC and CNN will pay you money for, but like you're just coming out here for nothing, for real. It's just free to do it.
Man, you gotta have some type of influence for people to feel that comfortable to just do it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, she be doing her thing. She be, I don't know. I feel the same way about her as I do about Wendy Williams, because they both just...
Yeah, I talk shit about people, to be honest.
Yeah, like, it's one thing to talk about people, like, you know, you talk about people, you give your opinions, but, like, they, like, hit pieces. You know what I mean?
But, I mean, there's a lot of times they got truth that don't thrown in for like, they're talking their shit just because they don't fuck with what they're doing and sometimes in a sense. I know with Wendy Williams, she used to do that. Like, she don't really fuck. I ain't gonna say she don't fuck with that person, but she used to, like, talk shit, but it really be the truth about certain shit. Like,
yeah.
Like how there was a clip I seen where she used to always talk about Jay-Z and Beyonce. Like, there was, like, a couple clips that, people just throw together and all that, but it's just a compilation of her talking shit about Beyonce and Jay-Z all the time. And the one time it got put in the tabloids, one of those talk about magazines and shit. And then they're saying, oh, Beyonce's mad at Wendy Williams because she said something on the show. But she was just like, oh, so that means she watches the show.
Was that about her baby bump?
It was about something, but even, I mean, I'm not even going to get into that because I don't want niggas to come after me.
What, the Beehive?
Hell yeah.
I don't know, the Beehive a little weak right now because Beyonce under fire. I've been hearing a lot of things.
Shit.
I don't know what's true, but I wouldn't be surprised.
My thing, I heard that everyone has to say that in their awards that they're thanking her because she's going to try to fuck with them where it might end their career. Because how, like, Kanye did it or something like that. They were saying because Taylor Swift wasn't going to do it. But Kanye kind of did it for her, but it kind of ruined his shit because it was Taylor Swift. So he took the fall for Taylor Swift originally because of that.
Yeah. I don't know how much I believe that one.
That's something I just created.
But the Taylor Swift thing?
Yeah.
Now people have been saying that Kanye like tried to save her from the Beyonce thing because she wasn't gonna say thank you to Taylor Swift wasn't gonna say thank you to Beyonce
For real.
for winning over her. Yeah,
I was just trying to put that together just because, like, just because of, like, the whole thing, and I'm like, huh. It is wild that he did, like, randomly do it, because, I mean, I forget the video, but I don't think it was that fucking crazy at the time or something.
No, it was crazy, because it's like, you're at an award show where every time you're at an award show, you work your whole life to get this award, right? Mm-hmm. They finally hand you this award, and then you're just like, oh my God, thank you, my family, blah, blah. And then this nigga come out the crowd like, Beyonce had the best video of all time.
Yeah, no.
And it's like, okay, it's crazy, but like, people are saying that he did it to save her. If you look at it in that light, it's a little bit less crazy. It's like heroic, for real. But it's like, do you think that's really what it is? Because let's take a look, right? Lizzo thanks Beyonce, because I've been seeing in those videos. She thanks Beyonce, right? Where's her career right now?
Lizzo getting fucking sued. That's where it's at.
Yeah, like, and then like, what's her name? The girl, JoJo Siwa.
Oh, bro, I seen something where they said she was kidnapped in her basement on some wild shit. Like, bro, that's not JoJo Siwa. That's damn. What was the girl who used to? She was a singer, but she used to always have her face covered by her bangs.
Sia.
Yeah, it was a post that I seen on Sia, but she was saying she was kidnapped in Beyonce's basement. Hella wild off topic. Allegedly kidnapped in her basement. This is like 2013 type 20 when she was still like relevant.
Yeah.
And so like there was like a cryptic tweet that she had made where it spelled out Beyonce has me kidnapped too.
Yeah, I saw that.
So look,
if I could find that, I'm gonna put it right there.
I don't know, but that Beyonce's weird. I'm just getting that Beyonce just something about Beyonce is weird, bro.
I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I'm not saying I believe it, but do you think Beyonce is weird, or do you think they made us feel weird about Beyonce?
I feel like Beyonce is just weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's comes off as like not human. You know what I mean? It's like there's famous people, but even now, especially with social media, there's like a familiarity with famous people. But you don't feel that way with Beyonce. Like it's kind of like idea.
Have you ever realized there's not like she does interviews where she talks, but there's not like a lot of interviews where she talks.
Yeah.
Like you never really see her do interviews all like that, and then
not just chilling, not like off topic, no podcast.
Yeah, like, and then I ain't gonna lie, the one thing that Wendy Williams did say was that Beyonce talks like a fucking 5-year-old. And low key, I kind of couldn't believe. I'm not gonna say she probably talks like a 5-year-old, but it would kind of make sense of why she doesn't do a lot of interviews where it's just like open, like without it being like
they're trying to hide it or something.
Yeah, without it being like on that televised shit. Like why hasn't she ever just sat down with anybody and done like a one-on-one personal interview? You feel me?
See, I'm not a big Beyonce fan, so I can't say that she did or anything like that. But
if there is,
because it's like
if there's footage of y'all know, please leave it in the comments. But if y'all do agree, leave it in the comments as well.
You're right, because you just assume she's that level of famous. You know, it's like when you get to a level of famous, you're not really doing interviews, and if you do, they're like so controlled. Like people aren't gonna like pop up with new questions. I mean, they might, but they ain't really gonna do that because you're like the top celebrity that they're gonna interview.
Yeah. So there's gonna be certain shit that they can't ask, but like if it's ever just like raw, just like interviews, which that like certain artists do have those type of interviews.
Yeah, most artists have those interviews.
Yeah, but it's just like you would think at a certain point, like you know that your fans are gonna ask for that. So why, you know, like not saying they have to oblige with that, but I mean, she probably had fans ask that for years. You feel me? And
yeah, like interviews like that.
Yeah, so like
I feel like she does it in such a like way though that people feel like she has, cause she says like she makes statements. She does like quick things. I feel like she does things to make people feel like she's talking to them. Like she does it in a really great way. Like you would never notice it if you're not thinking about it specifically.
But they're not lengthy type shit stuff.
Nah, but it's stuff that'll like make you feel something. Cause that's one thing about Beyonce. People feel something about her. Like, because people say that she can't really sing like that, or like, you know, there's better singers than her. True. But people still just feel a certain way about Beyonce.
Hey, look. If there was a... there had to be a singing contest. With the... Now, I seen the list, but... Look, if there was a singing contest with a select few singers, like women singers, there might be a chance that Beyonce would come last. I'm not going. It just depends on who these singers are, but I will say that Beyonce may come last, depending on who the singers are. Because I seen one where it had Fantasia and Jennifer Hudson. I'm like,
it's pretty good.
she coming in last if you want the vocals.
So I was gonna say Jennifer Hudson because my girl was watching Dreamgirls, and in the video Jennifer Hudson was killing that shit.
Oh yeah, no, she sings.
Yeah,
she can sing.
It was just like Beyonce's just I don't know, like more.
She got like that range, kind of. Well, not range, but it's just like. Shit, like in that type of music part, it was like what baritones and shit. I think she had more of that deeper voice, so it's more she can carry like that baritone.
Yeah, Beyonce.
Yeah.
No, Jennifer Hudson got a deeper voice than her, but what it is that she can sing pop songs better than like someone who has like a deep soulful voice.
So then, is she a singer then for real, or is she more?
She's a pop artist. Like she's a pop artist.
So she's not a singer.
She's a singer, but she's not like a. Like how there's like rap. Okay, there's like Drake, right? And then there's like Eminem. They're both rappers, but they're different type of rappers. I feel like it's like that for singing. There's singing where it's like super technical singing that you could get into, or it's just someone who sings and it sounds great.
Alright, so she's not a singer that sounds great then.
No, she's a singer that sounds great, but I don't think she's like the highest level of technical singer. Like, I think her and Mariah Carey probably got it.
Oh, Mariah Carey smokes her.
Yeah.
No question. But, like, in that sense, then Jennifer Hudson was an R&B singer then, for real. So she's not a pop artist. So she does. So then that's what, all right, so then now I got to be on some technical shit because that means we have to put Beyonce in her own category where it has to be pop singers, for real. And then we had to take actual singers, like R&B singers, into their own category. So that means she's getting smoked by R&B singers. Most of the R&B singers she's getting smoked by. Pop artist singers?
R&B singers?
Yes.
R&B singers, I feel like Beyonce got it. Because R&B isn't the top, like... I think...
But this is the ability to really sing your ass off.
But is that what R&B is? Because like I don't think Trey Songz could sing, but he was like killing R&B.
But he's an R&B singer, and you know what I'm saying? He can sing, but he's not the best. Like he's definitely not the best, but he can sing.
But he's one of the best R&B.
In that category for certain people,
like,
yes.
To be an R&B, I don't think you have to be an amazing singer. You just have to like harmonize well or something.
Well, I was gonna say Chris Brown, but Chris Brown's a pop artist for real now.
Yeah, I mean, and he's a good like singer too.
My stance on Chris Brown is very different, and I won't get into that on this episode. Because that's gonna take a good minute. That's gonna take us at least a whole nother. You know what? Fuck it. I'm disappointed. Don't get me wrong. I am a Chris Brown fan. I feel like he has some good music.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like Chris Brown let niggas down, though. Only because Chris Brown was supposed to be the next Michael Jackson, right? Mm-hmm. I don't see that nigga being close or anywhere in the range of Michael Jackson. That's why I feel like he let niggas down. And this is where I come from, where this is my standpoint. Name one memorable Chris Brown album.
I know that there's a lot of albums of his that are memorable for people. Like, I know the one with his daughter.
What's the name of it?
X. Is that X? I don't know. There was one with like his daughter. I don't know. I just know that like there's people that couldn't tell you like a lot of his songs. Like,
but does he have that?
I mean, his albums.
But does he have a member? Like when you go, all right. So this is where that's where my thing comes in.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jackson. Memorable album. What's the first one you thinking of?
But he's Michael Jackson though.
Memorable album. What's the first one you thinking of?
Off the Wall.
That's your first one.
Yeah.
All right. I say Thriller, and I say Thriller just because it's Thriller.
Yeah.
That's his most memorable album. It's Thriller. Like everybody is gonna know Thriller because what's the first thing from Thriller?
But it's like the song that they're gonna remember.
But you're
Is
still
it the album.
Bro, his album cover was crazy. Even if you don't listen to the songs, you seen that album cover.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, his shit's fire. The album cover alone is fire. There's always gonna be something that makes you remember his albums.
Yeah.
Like even how he did fucking movies as the fucking music videos.
Yeah.
It's catching your attention. So now if you're a music person who likes his songs, you're gonna be like, all right, where's this music from? What's the album? You're gonna look it up, and then it takes you to the album X, Y, and Z. But he has something that makes it more rememberable. I can't say, even if you want to go album covers, I can't say there's one album cover I remember that made from Chris Brown that made just like, oh, that shit's hard as fuck. You see where I'm coming from now?
I feel you.
That's what I'm saying. I fuck with Chris Brown. He's a good artist.
Yeah.
But I'm disappointed that he was the closest thing we were supposed to have to Michael, and it just didn't happen.
I feel like it's because he just can't keep his hands off of women. It seemed like I'm not even talking about like Rihanna. It's like
because always something.
Yeah, like something with Karuchi. He had some like random girl up in the California house. Like I could have swore he just had something recent. Like he like hit the fan or some shit.
It was something recent. Well, I don't think it was recent, but it's like
a couple months ago.
God, I remember
this year.
I think it was like something in Germany or something.
Yeah, it was. Let me see.
But
I think that's his real issue. If he like could have just not did that, he probably would be where Michael Jackson is. It's just that he's not so family friendly, and like that's the thing about Michael. Like he'll sell albums, but he's super family friendly. Like you could listen to Michael Jackson around your kids. You can't do that with Chris Brown for real. Like Michael Jackson could be talking like nasty. You can still play it for your kids, and like it'll still be okay because he's not like.
Bro, we was the generation that grew up on Michael Jackson. Then there's still kids that grew up on Michael Jackson, bro. You could, like how you just said, like, nigga, clean the music. Like, Sunday, clean, your mom's cleaning today? Damn, she's playing, well, actually, it's what, I ain't gonna lie, it was probably Escape, TLC for me. Might even be a little Tupac, depending on how she really feels. But them cleaning songs on Sunday, and it's not no, we're just, cleaning a little bit. We're doing a deep clean in the crib.
Clean walls and shit.
You done learn all those songs, and Michael Jackson came up a few times. You can't play Chris Brown, at least not, I don't think later Chris Brown you can play for your kids. You could play like early Chris Brown, because, teenage Chris Brown where he was still, really dancing out there.
Stalking girls on the street.
Not the young. Thinking back, that is kind of wild. Like, my man was willing to get fired from his job to go stalk this girl, and basically broke into her car. If you think about it for real.
Yeah. Because
he stopped her all the way to her whip. And she was walking for a long ass fucking time. Got to the car, and then he hopped inside of her car.
I feel like a lot of people tried to do that, and they just went to jail. It was unclear.
Music videos is definitely wild if you think. Bro, look, off topic as hell. Now we're just going to talk about music videos, because there's a lot of wild ass music videos.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever seen the Honey video for R. Kelly?
I feel like I have, but it's not coming to mind right now.
Bro, I promise you that shit is insane. Cause If y'all look it up yourselves and then put y'all reactions in the comments and y'all see what I'm talking about. Just how wild it is. Not like crazy, but just how funny it is. Like his had like whole, you know how they had like the headbands with like lamps on them.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, they had that in the video, random as hell, and started climbing ladders.
When was this?
This is like the 90s. There's a lot, bro.
There's a lot of weird stuff in the 90s for real.
Nah, when LL Cool J pulled that chocolate syrup on Shorty's leg in the one music video, bro, for fucking what? This is like she was sitting on top of the car. She was sitting on the hood of the car, on the roof of the car, and he just fell on her leg and poured chocolate syrup on her leg, bro.
I mean, it at least makes sense though.
Where does it make sense to pour chocolate syrup on her leg?
I mean, it's like a sexual thing.
Out in public, bro. Out in public.
It's a music video.
If y'all over the age of 18, look at Tip Drill.
Yeah. That video started everything.
Definitely devil's advocate right now. If y'all over the age of 18, look at Tip Drill by Nelly. Boy, that changed the whole game for everything.
I was gonna say it made twerking. It didn't make twerking.
Twerking was around, but
for a while, but it was like the start of like the focus on it. I feel like.
No, this how wild Tip Drill made it. You couldn't watch the video. That BT could not play the video during the daytime. That's how wild the video. Like crazy enough. There's a lot of wild videos that go around now, but at that time period, that's how wild it really was. Like they could not play that joint during the daytime. It was BT uncut. Like that's how crazy it had to be. Like y'all generation got a lot softer for real. Like y'all got a lot more access. I'll tell y'all that.
Yeah.
But
that's the thing. Like it used to be hard to find like any type of like porn unless you go buy like a magazine or some shit. Now you just like go on Instagram and scroll and shit.
All heads having the DVD cases stacked. I'm like, oh my God, bro, what is y'all doing?
I used to be scared that when I grew up that I'd have to have like that stack eventually. But thankfully the smartphones came and we just got the internet on our phone. So
bet you ever just you popped that joint in and you pulled it at the wrong part, you gotta rewind. You done fucked up someone's whole day. Hey yo, I been VHS.
Man, the VHS, that was.
You popped the raw tape and see something you wasn't supposed to see. Now heads is mad at you because you ruined it. Cause they was on the part that they was waiting. And yeah, they was waiting to see that part, and you messed it up.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's crazy. You used to have like rewind videos after you was done watching them.
Like, I see them shits where it's like it's called like a Babylonian breakfast or some shit.
Oh, what?
Belgian breakfast. So like his is just eating a whole bunch of like vegetables, like cheese, bread, all that shit, but it's just like a big ass platter. You're like, you know, you got meat and all that shit, but it's just raw as hell.
Raw?
Yeah, it ain't cooked. But his is just eating it all fresh as hell and shit for real, like, you know what I'm saying?
So none of the vegetables are cooked?
No.
None of the meat is cooked?
I mean, you getting like, niggas getting like big ass things like pastrami type shit and shit like that for real. So you just eat like, you know, the actual log of the pastrami and shit with just like vegetables, cheese, bread.
So it's charcuterie reward.
In a sense, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a breakfast though.
No, I never heard of it.
But I ain't gonna lie, I look you want to try it because like it look fire as fuck, but it's just like they got like I don't know, niggas is eating big ass raw onions, and that's the only part that kind of seems crazy because like I said, they're eating the whole things of vegetables and shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie, I ate some raw onions before because I was watching Holes and they made it look real good. So I just got an onion and I started eating it.
Those is apples though.
Like in real life?
Yeah.
Nah. in the movie they said it was onions, so I wanted to try onion and eat it.
But they was using apples. That's why they kept eating them like that. They was like, "Ooh, this is good." You know, cause it's apples. Like it's like apples in the ground and shit. Cause what was his name? Zero. I forget. I don't even know his actual name in real life. But
And I actually follow him. I think his name is Leon Thomas. Nah, that's a different dude. That's the dude from Victorious.
Yeah.
Nah, what's his name?
But is it Leon Thomas? Cause facts,
It's Cleo Thomas. I think that's his name, Cleo Thomas. Cause he does like anime and like cosplay, and he's a businessman now.
Hey, well, I know that nigga Zero, good actor.
Yeah.
It's just that nigga Zero, fantastic actor, but
why you never get nothing after that? You know, I know it, why. It's because he was a kid, and people don't like seeing people grow up. Like, if they liked you as a kid, that's it. They like the kids you.
he was in Roll Bones.
You right, but that was the last time he was in something for real. I mean, he was probably in something like small, like, you know. I'm sure he has his like feet in it still. I don't know. Actually, I think he quit acting.
I know he used to be around with Bow Wow a lot, which is kind of weird.
Man, Bow Wow getting brought up with the Diddy stuff, and
boy, he said,
you hear Bow Wow was defending Diddy?
Yeah, he said something like, I kind of miss when Diddy was having the freak offs and shit. I'm like, hold on.
Well, he wasn't saying freak offs. He was saying I miss when he, like, the industry misses basically his like all white parties, like the surface level parties. But I don't know. You gotta wonder, because Bow Wow was a young star. Definitely after Diddy was a thing.
Bro, no, I didn't know that. I didn't know that Snoop Dogg had like custody for Bow Wow at a point too.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. So there's he could have got exposed to some shit from Snoop too.
See, I don't know, because they were saying that the people on the West Coast, they don't really get down like that, because it was with Suge. And Suge don't mess with that gay stuff.
That don't mean he didn't get exposed to something though. He could have been. I mean, it don't gotta be gay. He could have just been seeing a whole bunch of pussy and bitches at a point.
Well, he was definitely seeing that, because he said that he was like at the apartments, like he was in Cali, like gang Cali, and he was like, it was like gang shit. He was like, if he would have left the place that he was at a day later, he probably would have got killed, because the girls he was staying with, they got killed on some gang shit.
See, that's crazy.
So I feel like he saw everything, like, because he was describing it. It was just, it seemed like he saw everything. It wasn't like they're like, oh no, he's a kid. Like, nah, he's like a young star. Like, you know, bring him.
Yeah, he's still a kid. So like, he's 9 years old, bro. Like,
I mean, but depending on who you ask about it, you know, they're a kid, but we gonna get him some older, you know, pussy, and we gonna show him what it is to be a man. That's how people be thinking about it. I was watching this 20v1, and it was like this dude and this girl. I could probably put a picture right here. It was this dude and this girl, and they was talking. She's like, would you, like, she's like, would you, like, lick my pussy or something like that, right? She said something, like, explicit like that, right? He's standing right there with his son right there. And, like, they're just like, she said, would you, like, eat my pussy? He's like, nah, I would do this and that. Like, he would, like, go real into, like you having phone sex, but, like, the kid's right there.
send their ass to jail.
I feel like that's low-key, like, illegal. I don't know. That's got to be, like, grooming or something, right?
I don't know what it is. Send their ass to jail. Send their ass to jail right the fuck now, nigga. Fuck all of that. Like, why would you say that and your son's right there?
Bro, that's what I'm saying. It's like, they was saying some wild stuff, and the kid was just sitting right there. Like, I'll leave the link in the description, or if you've seen it, leave a comment about it. But
so I had to send their ass to jail. That's the only option I got. Send their ass to jail.
Man, and there was a 20v1 with like this little kid, right? His name was like Lil RT or something.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
Bro, like they was like, he's sitting there like, what's your favorite color? She's like blue. He's like, Yeah, I'm like, what? What's happening right now? And then like someone brought up something which is so true. Like, who brings their daughter to that? You know what I mean? Like that's like some questionable parenting. Like you bring your daughter to a 20v1, even if it's PG whatever. You know the context. It's like bringing like a kid to like a glory hole and be like, no, it's not actually like dicks that's coming out of it. It's candy. Like that's still fucking weird. That's inappropriate.
I don't see why he had a 20v1 in the first place, bro. Like, well, now look at it, niggas don't even talk about Lil Bird no more.
Yeah, nah. I mean,
Just
I'm
like-
happy though because his like, he might have wanted it, but him being on there and everything, that was his mom.
I saw that.
Like, it's unfortunate, but he don't got a dad, or like if he doesn't, he's not in his life because like he mentioned it in like when he was talking at one time. I feel like that's the issue with that. Like, there's no way none of them girls, none of like they dad didn't sign off on that. Like, I can't see that happening. That's weird.
Oh, I don't know. I thought it was weird because they showed his mom before, and I remember seeing her. I was just like, yeah, I can tell she makes all the decisions for that nigga with all these little business decisions for him.
She would have to. How would he? He doesn't know how to network.
But still, like, you can. It's just all bad intent. Like, you don't never see I ain't never seen him do nothing positive. So it's just like,
Yeah.
why you want him? He's like, well, I don't know how old he was at the time, but I know he wasn't older than 9 or some shit.
Yeah, I'm kind of happy no one talks about him no more. Let him be a kid. Like, it's weird when people get famous too young. Like, you're 5 and you're famous for what? That doesn't make sense.
I mean, unless you're like child actor.
It still gets weird. Like, I feel like at a certain point, children probably shouldn't like act.
I mean, that's why a lot of them get out of it though too.
If they can.
You can always get out of it. It's just the fact of like they try to not bribe, but they try to make it like, all right, well, if you get out of it, you're not going to live this type of lifestyle, and it's going to be hard for you to try to make your name anywhere else just because you're not doing, the X, what you normally have to do in Hollywood for real, like, you know what I'm saying? If you can go and not do that shit, but they make it harder for you to get movies and deals and all that type of exposure and all that shit just because you don't participate in the shit that they do.
A lot of times parents force them to do it.
Yeah, parents will sell their kids for some bread just because they know they're going to get famous if it happens.
Yeah.
That's kind of the fucked up part because if you think about it, that's how a lot of the actors and actresses and music artists that we love that started out as kids got into it because their parents sold them to this shit.
Yeah.
Like, even, because really think about it for real. Even put it in the comments how you feel about it. But how was it that Usher was under custody of Diddy? Like, why did that happen? Like, what was the conversation? Like, on a real aspect, like, you're a parent and you got a child who's, the best at what they do, whether it's fucking music, sports, whatever the fuck. He's the best origami creator. Mm-hmm. He can create origami in like 5 seconds. Is the best fucking piece of art you ever seen. This person wants to be the help. Like, this person comes along, he wants to help elevate your son to be famous. Mm-hmm. Why do you have to take custody of my son or daughter for that to happen? Why does my child have to be out of my parental vision for however long for that to happen? That didn't seem weird as fuck to nobody.
I feel like it just depends on the parent because, like, there's some people you hear them talk and they're like, my parents were super involved. Like, my mom was my manager. But then there's some people where it's like, they just didn't have the business mind. They just wanted the money. So it's like, yeah, Diddy knows what he's talking about.
Nigga.
Go ahead.
All right. Usher's mom was his manager when he got sent to the hospital by Diddy.
Yeah, no, she definitely knew what happened. Like, they made it clear, like, they knew what happened. But the craziest thing is that even with all that happening, what do Usher do? He give Justin Bieber the Diddy.
But I don't. But that's kind of different because his people, Justin's people, didn't want that to happen. His management team, or at least from Mama Jaguar, right? His management team didn't want that to happen because Diddy seemed like he was too predatory, allegedly. But Usher came along. He was the white knight. He was that savior because it's Usher. You don't. I mean, you never really heard Usher in too many negative lights for him. To be honest, I haven't heard too many bad things about Usher except for certain things.
Yeah.
But you see someone like Usher, he seems like a good dude just off of the image he has in music. They're probably not thinking he's gonna just go ahead and give my son the fucking Diddy at the time. Like,
no. It's either he's like super into it or like he doesn't have control. Like, maybe his manager made the decision and then, you know, Usher's camp made this decision. I feel like that's like some way that they could do it too.
but they're minors still at the time, so they gotta have that parental yes or no.
I mean, but that's the thing about the custody and thing, because I feel like the way they pitch it to him is that if I have custody of you, it's easier for us to take you to these shows and stuff like that, because if we didn't, then your mom would have to be there and it would just make it complicated. I'm sure people in Hollywood have a smoother way of saying that, you know what I mean, to make you feel like, you know what, I want him to be as big as he can be, so let me do that.
So let you just fall back and let your child get sent to the hospital.
I mean, at the point where you knew he got sent to the hospital,
So
that was just a decision.
So his would be I'm not saying you personally, but you get that deal, then your son, like I said, just son or daughter, just the best, whatever. They go to a party and that's, they came back from the hospital. You found out the whole thing. What's next? Because obviously you said okay. You said okay. You were okay with this happening, but she chose to just let it she took the money. She obviously took the money because if she didn't take the money,
he would be in jail.
There would be no Usher. None of this would have happened if she didn't take the money. So she took the money.
Yeah.
You don't feel, you don't care as a parent at the end of?
Allegedly, she took the money.
Allegedly. Allegedly. But look at his career though. Allegedly, she took that fucking bread. Like, fuck out of here. Now I'm drunk. She took the fucking But no, for real though, it's crazy how many parents, or like if you really think like with child or like artists or even actors that come in as kids, how many of their parents took that money?
Almost all of them. Like, man, this whole thing messed my mind though, because it's hard for me to believe that anyone's up there and didn't do something like that, especially if it was in there as kids. Like, I feel like there's a lot more people than we're willing to admit that are willing to just sell their kids.
Bro, you gotta see what was his name? Drake and Josh Peck, and it's Josh Peck, right? From Drake and Josh, I think his name was actually Josh.
The big
Peck.
one or small one?
Big one.
Josh.
Yeah. But that's my boy though. But he was talking on it with a comedian, Miss Pat. And she was like, oh, my kids used to watch you all the time. We used to love your show. He used to be like, yeah, I was on every drug you could think of recording them episodes but roller skates. I was on everything but roller skates. I'm like, nigga. But it's crazy because you're just watching the show as kids, just growing up, just like, oh, these funny, ha 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 ha.
No, now think about it. As a kid, I think I might have thought they was high. Because the way that they're acting, it's not human. It's not regular. I knew as a kid, they're not acting regular, but, that's also Nickelodeon at the time.
But then thinking, I don't know, I wouldn't expect that nigga to be like, oh yeah, I'm high as fuck off. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know they were probably doing like when you get older, you realize you hear their stories. Hey, they were probably doing drugs, recording the shows.
Yeah.
But like growing up, you're not just like. I'm trying to think of a TV show where it wasn't like crazy, but it wasn't like you would thought they was on drugs.
Cosby Show.
Allegedly on that one.
No, it's not allegedly. He went to jail. He pleaded for it.
But he wasn't drugging the cast members, though.
Was he though? I mean, that part allegedly. But was he though? I wouldn't be
It said
surprised.
Rudy went upstairs and never came back down. she took a Quaalude by accident. She did. Damn, son. Well, no, the Olsen twins from Family House, they used to be with what's the joint where they make yourself throw up?
Yeah, they was bulimic.
Yeah, they was bulimic.
Man, that shit crazy to me. I know it's like a thing, but it's like, you know, I'm just gonna.
He said, that's a little too much. You know, that's.
I did want to ask you though, man. Do you think the world's ending?
I mean, realistically or biblically?
Realistically.
The Great Reset is probably, yes, the Great Reset is happening. Yes, I will say that. The Great Reset is happening. Biblically, spiritually, Revelations is happening and unfolding in front of our eyes as we speak and breathe.
So you think we're about to die?
Yes. Well, not die, but I do think that right now we are at an end time, and if you're not spiritually or awoken, depending on what you believe, I'm not going to judge what you believe in. It's not my place to do that. But spiritually, if you're not where you need to be, you need to get there now. And universally, if you're not awoken to the point where you need to be, you need to get there now. Because there's going to be a shift. There's going to be a big-ass shift. I don't know how long. Well, supposedly it's supposed to be by 2027 or 2023 or 2030. Supposedly. But if you ain't got the shit figured out by that time, you going to be right here with everybody the fuck else. Not getting tormented, but you going to have to experience what everybody else got to see.
We might be there together. I don't know. I'm very undecided on where I think I'm at.
I ain't here.
Man.
Cause they start giving the demands of you have to follow X, Y, and Z. This guy will not be here. They done already, you know what I'm saying, to me.
See, that's the thing. Like, they saying that it's about to happen with the Project 2025 thing. Like, they're saying that you're going to have, like, biometric, you know, IDs or whatever. And, like, people were speculating it's going to have to be in your wrist and everything. You know, the market of beasts and all that. And then, like, the Sahara just flooded. And, you know, financials, you know, collapsing. Like, we're in a recession. We're in a recession, right?
I think, yeah. But
might be in a depression. I don't know. We're really probably not going to be, but I guess we're due for one soon.
Yeah, next year.
But I don't know. People saying a lot of things, a lot of signs happening. But I live in a world where the world was going to end in 1999. The world was going to end in 2000. The world was going to end in 2012. But also, like, I feel like a time between, like, 2008, I think the world was supposed to end again. And so the world was supposed to end, like, last year with the solar eclipse. Bro, I'm ready for the world to end at this point. Like, I don't think the world's going to end. Because it's like, we keep saying it, and it's just like, the world's supposed to end all of these times for these credible reasons. Oh, there's the last pope and all that. Maybe they just got tired of putting the places for the pope. You ever think about that? They were like, at this point, they would have created their
tired
own.
of this shit. I gotta keep making a fucking place for this mother fuck that shit. he just said, fuck it. I mean, I don't know, cause I don't know.
Like, I used to take it, like, a lot more serious. Like, oh, my gosh, the world's ending. Let me get my life together. But, like, now I'm just like, it didn't almost happen so many times. Did I ever do anything, like, very significant on those days? No. So, why should I make it any different now? You know what I mean? You're just like, oh, shit, today's the world's supposed to end. And then you go through your regular day, and then you wake up tomorrow.
So the world's about to end. Gotta have a threesome. Gotta have threesome. Crazy. That is wild, dude. Leave it in the comments. If it was the last day on, if it was your last day on Earth, you knew that in 24 hours the world is gonna explode. What are you doing?
What would you do your last days, your last hours on Earth?
I'm gonna do a bunch, but I'm gonna try. Well, no, I'm gonna spend it with my son for obviously. Yeah. For me, I'm gonna spend it with my son. If it was pre-son, this was pre-me son. Oh shit, Lord, I'd have been all sad doing the wildest of shits. But I got a son, I got a child, I got to be a responsible adult. I just spend time with my son for.
Yeah, no, I mean, I guess it makes it easy, you know. Preferably, I don't know what's about to happen. I'm just like chilling, I'm looking up and stuff, and then boom, I'm dead. That sounds pretty nice.
No, not like that. You get a time limit. There's a big death clock. Because there is one realistically in the world, New York, but there's a death clock of the world. It says 24, it just drops and goes to 24 hours. So let's say it's from the time you wake up, it's already, everyone wakes up, get this big ass alarm, 12 o'clock. By 12 o'clock a.m. tomorrow morning, the world is going to blow the fuck up.
I don't know. I want to say a cliche thing like see my family and all that, but I'm going to try to stay away from that for content's sake, right? Let me because I feel like most of the things I would think about that I would do before the world ended would almost guarantee me a place in hell. Probably.
He said, I'm kind of fucked.
Yeah, like, like all the debauchery shit, I've never, there's a lot of wild stuff I would like to see, bring out the lonely fingers, hey, come here. Let's see something real quick.
He said, I'm going to just throw this boulder, I'm going to throw this big ass rock off of the bridge and see who gets hit by this.
Yeah, do stuff that you're not supposed to do, I don't know, I might shoot my gun at random buildings, because what doesn't matter if I kill someone if we're all about to die? That's a real question. I'm probably gonna have to bleep that out. But
insane.
But for real, does it really matter?
I mean,
are you really that person?
But I feel like at that point that just becomes a more your moral standpoint on that for real. Where's your moral standpoint? Because I don't know. But what if you then 12 o'clock hits the next morning?
That's what I was gonna say. And then the world's still here.
It was a purge. Now you got it. That's like the purge. Well, no, not like the purge, but the purge they say legally all crime.
I mean, it's basically the purge because who's gonna arrest you? Everybody's worried about what they're doing for the last hours. It really is the purge if you want it to be. But you think we should have a purge then? I don't think we should have a purge, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Leave it in the comments. Should we have a purge or should we not have a purge in America? Matter of fact, should we? That'd be too dangerous, actually. I just thought about that. A worldwide purge? That'd be too fucking dangerous. There's nukes going on.
I mean, yeah. Because, you gotta consider, everyone's purging. They're I finally want to kill these hit the button.
The worldwide purge would be nothing but genocide, bro. Oh my god.
I mean, it'd be horrible because it's we laughing about it, but I feel like the reality of it'd just be it'd be horrible shit. You just walk out the door and crazy shit's happening right there.
So it's not like the movies at all. An actual purge of people is getting. It would definitely be wild, but I feel like.
Because realistically, there's gonna be people that kill people, right? But I feel like that's probably gonna be the lowest activity.
Yeah, that's
because there's so many other things.
We're gonna do a lot more shit that's gonna. People are gonna do a lot more wilder shit that's not that niggas. I wouldn't even know it's illegal that they gonna just start pulling out their ass.
Yeah. And, like, you gonna wish you just got shot. Like, they purge one day, you end up just in the basement until next year until they can purge again.
No, but at that point, that's illegal. Though.
I mean, it is, but are they gonna find it? Is the real question.
I mean, someone could probably find it.
I mean, yeah, but like, it's just like if you're purging, you like plan like a place where you can like a dungeon or whatever that people's not gonna find. They probably not gonna find it.
So that be alright. So then, see, they should have had a movie of the purge after, like a movie about the after effects of the purge.
Yeah, that would be nice to see, like, because they say it's like low crime. Like, what if it's like more crime than is getting reported? You know, they could go somewhere with it.
What if niggas like was in Chicago and just say, you know what, the purge, fucking y'all the first city we're gonna try this shit in. I feel like the murder rate goes up to like at least 2,000 off rate.
I mean, it's already there, basically.
Murder rate goes up at least an extra 2,000. They're just because what, like, and I feel like low key that's something that the government might do though. Like they might have purges in certain cities where it's a lot of criminal activities with certain races. And like I mean, like a Chicago, New York, or Florida, a fucking.
I feel like they've
Detroit.
had them in like small like sections, like, because you know sometimes how things go wrong, and it seems like the laws that usually work just weren't working,
Yeah.
like Chicago in general. Basically,
just Chicago. Like y'all niggas is too crazy, bro.
Yeah, like it really just seemed like anything goes down there, like
Anything legal for well, no, bro. They 3D printed switches to put on guns. So yeah, niggas do anything in Chicago.
Have you ever watched The Platform?
I heard about it, but I haven't watched it. That sounds like a little clip.
Yeah, so like background for you guys. It's a spoiler alert, but it came out a while ago, so you should have saw it. I'm not sorry. But so The Platform is about like people that live underground, right? They all signed up for this program to be signed up, or they signed up for this program to, I don't know why they did it. They signed up for this program for reasons, right? And they tell them what their favorite food is, and then there's a plate or a big table that comes down every day. It has everyone's favorite food on that tray, and it goes from level 1 to like 333. Like it's a whole bunch of floors, right? And so the idea of it is that the people on the first floor, they eat great, but like they will disrespect the people on the lower floors. It's like they'll eat it and then like pee on the food, or like they'll shit on it or something like that. And then the people below, they learn just to take it, because it's like if you don't eat it, you're just not going to eat today. So it just keeps going down, with the same thing happening to people lower, because like, okay, this is what the people on top did, so this is what I'm supposed to do for people below. So it just like gets crazy to the point where like after level like 75, there's no more food, so people start like cannibalizing each other, because when you're on a level for a whole month. So if you're on level 40, you're on level 40 for a whole month, and you're good. If you're on level 300 for a whole month, you might not eat at all. Like you only have bodies to eat. So anyways,
that's weird as hell.
Mm-hmm. So it goes from this to the Platform 2. The Platform 2 is basically the same thing, but there's a group called the Disciples. And they basically are, there's this guy who's like the Messiah down there, who he was on low 330. He was on a low level, and instead of letting his people cannibalize each other, he cut off pieces of his own like thigh to feed them. So they go down to make sure that people are only taking the food that they said was their favorite, so that everyone can eat. And like they enforce it by like violence and everything, right? And so all this kind of makes sense in the box, right? And I'm watching it, and then tell me why at the end, because they give them a gas whenever they change the levels. They give them a gas to knock them out, and then they change them. So in the second one, they give him the gas, and this one girl, she figured out a way not to be knocked out by it. They are swimming in air, bro. Like, she wakes up and it's like people in masks and stuff, and they're like swimming in air. It's like, what? Like, there's this perfectly like normal concept that's like in real life, and then at the end you put in something like they're floating, like they're not underwater, but they're floating. I don't know. It was just so. It's such a weird twist on a show that was not going that way at all.
Yeah.
Man, it's like one of them things where it's like, oh, it's a good movie until you get to the end. Then you get to the end, and you're like, this movie's trash. Like, if I didn't watch that part, it could have been a lot better.
There was there was a movie I think it was a couple of years ago where it came out, and it was the actor from Get Out, but the cuz who was already like who was already like in the trance, and when he took the picture, he was on cuz he was like, get out of here, get out.
Black Jesus did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was it was a movie with him in it. He was like he had a good corporate America voice, not white speaking voice,
Yeah.
but like that movie.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, I saw that.
Bro, the ending's weird as fuck.
Yeah.
Cause of like, the movie makes sense for like the first few parts, but then once he gets like he goes to jail or some wild shit or something like that, and then he comes out a fucking horse.
Nah, I think he gets like promoted, and then he kind of freaks out, and then I don't remember.
Bro, I just remember that he turns into a fucking horse.
Yeah.
And it's just like, where did we get here from? Like, he was just trying to talk about moving up just because it's his white voice.
Yeah.
It was like he was moving up, getting promotion because he was selling shit because of his white voice. Where the fuck did he just become a horse from?
Yeah. Yeah, that threw me for a loop too. Like, I kind of try to like understand it though, because during that point in time where like I was in my mind state, I'm like, well, maybe it's a message about how people are transformed into monsters. Like, I don't know. Like, there's things I read about it.
Into a fucking horse. It's just like, I just wonder, I'm like, this was a good movie until this happened, because I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore. Like,
yeah.
And that's
kind of like, you ever hear that movie, They Clone Tyrone?
Nah, I do fuck with that movie, though. I ain't gonna lie.
Me too. But the ending of that movie that you're talking about with the white voice is how I felt about the whole movie of They Clone Tyrone. Like, it's weird, but I could also get it. Because technically, they're allegedly doing stuff like this now because they can clone people. They got like bodies for people to go into, so it's like.
It's just that they was cloning people with like, well, not just because it wasn't cloning people with the food. They was just doing like shit in the food. They like, it's kind of just they made a movie about conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
So like, alright, because I mean, technically they do tamper with our food now, but it's not like. I think they just, they dramatized it a little bit. They made it more dramatic in the movie in a sense.
I mean, I think the bigger thing is that they were cloning. Like, there's certain people that could just live in like the hood, but then there's certain people like the drug dealer, like the prostitute didn't need to be cloned because dime a dozen.
Oh, she was cloned though.
No, she wasn't.
She wasn't?
He said, I don't have to clone you because you're just a dime a dozen. But like the pimp, they clone the drug dealer. They clone the people that they needed to keep control in the neighborhood.
I mean, that makes sense though.
Yeah, I mean, it's essentially what they do. It's just not that literal, but
who's to say? Because look, there's certain. Did you know that? I mean, with certain movies, like let's say it's about the government. The government, like I think it's the FBI or something like that. But the government has to approve it for certain things. Like certain movies, the government has to like approve just because they might tell too much of the truth with certain things. Like,
yeah,
allegedly. So who's to say like they seen this, they was like, we can let y'all keep this part of all the cloning and the food and all that just because it's already out there information, but we can't let y'all keep in this part of, like, you know what I'm saying? There could have been some wilder shit that they Club Tyrone could have had a lot wilder more scenes than we could have seen just because of the fact of, you know, all right, it's too much of the truth in there. We got to take that out.
Yeah, that's funny because, like, extended director cuts aren't really a thing anymore. Yeah. But I'm sure they exist.
They're out there, but they definitely don't try to do them no more because I don't know why, actually.
I think the film industry just got less artistic and more about money. Or like...
No, facts, because now it doesn't really seem like... I don't know, it don't really seem like his care with certain things no more, like, as far as... And even animation, like, animation in America seems kind of lazy with certain pieces.
Yeah, I mean, they just be reusing animations, but change, like, the skins on them, basically.
Oh, facts.
The same skeleton, basically.
Might as well reshoot shots.
Yeah. No, I think we did it.
Shit. See y'all losers on the next episode of the Look It Up podcast. Like I said in the beginning, like and subscribe. Please share with your friends. Get this around. We need more losers in the comments and more losers to subscribe. So.
It's like I'm your name. I don't know if I like it.
It's whatever I'm calling y'all today, but it's all all out of love. So please like and subscribe, losers.
Yeah.
Thank you.